So here's video number 2. I just kind of felt inspired, so here we go. Today I kind of wanted to talk about what I like about being disabled, because a lot of times people are like, "Oh, there can't be that many good, there's nothing good about being disabled." But I strongly disagree. First and foremost, good parking. um, but on a serious note, I really think uh, being disabled has done wonders for me, actually. I guess it was a journey to get to where I am, but I'm really happy that my disability, cerebral palsy, has kind of made me look through my specific lens and be a lot more positive and open minded than I otherwise might have been. Because when or with a disability that is so um, visible, like mine, because I walk with arm crutches, people are going to judge you, whether that's fair or not, and it's going to be a quick judgment, whether or not they get past my arm crutches and actually want to talk to me, or they just, you know, they he's disabled, I don't want to speak to him. Um, I really try not to judge people based on first looks and appearances. And even really first impressions, because first impressions not always great, but that doesn't mean they're not great people. It could just been an off situation. I have a story about that with some friends, but maybe that's for another story time video. But yeah, I really love how being disabled has made me so open-minded and wanting to get to know someone on like a deeper level, more than just, hey, how's it going? Like, I want to get to know you and what you like and what you don't like. And that's something I pride myself on with my friends, is they can really come to me when they really need someone to vent to, and for advice, and we can have deep conversation. When something's not going right in life, they we can go and talk about the dark stuff and the bad stuff and laugh and cry together. And I don't know that I would be as open and comfortable doing that had I not grown up with cerebral palsy. And I just think it's something that you can always find the positives in. And that's why I wanted to make this video. Uh, and I like to get to know people. I'm compassionate. And I think that's a big thing. And I think that compassion comes from my parents being so compassionate also. But I don't want people to feel like they don't have someone to talk to. I want them to know that someone is always there listening. And that's kind of what I hope to bring with this YouTube channel, is to know that you have someone out there that you can relate to and you can vent to, and even just in the comment section, and we can build something together as a community, because the disability community is small. Well, it's small from my perspective because I live in a small town, so I don't go to all the big city events, and there are no events for really disabled people here in my area. But I just wanted to make this video just to talk about what I like about being disabled, because I think we do need to focus on the positives. It's always so negative, and it's just, why does it have to be that way? Like, what society puts stigma or a stigma on disability, that it's a bad thing, and there are good things about it. I like that people, I like when people actually come up to me and ask me about my disability, and that's something, because it's so visible, that happens quite often. But now, I used to hate it, but now I really like it, because it allows me the chance to talk about disability in a way that people might not be used to, in a more positive light, and maybe change their perspective on disability that they might not otherwise would have had. I just want people to see that disability isn't a bad thing. It's hard, but there are good things. I'm really And this kind of goes into, would I want a cure for cerebral palsy? Um, and I don't think that, at least, I think if they do make one, I think that'd be great for people that want to choose it. But I'm not sure in this moment in my life that I would want to take a cure or have a surgery performed that would fix my cerebral palsy. Um, because, I wouldn't be me without it. Of course, there's that flip side of, well, I would still be me because I've lived with cerebral palsy for almost 25 years, and then I would experience what it's like to not have to struggle. But then I think it would just feel really weird to not, use arm crutches. And even though that's a goal of mine to get hopefully get physically strong enough to walk without arm crutches, I still always know that my disability is a part of me. So even if I get to that point, I'm still going to walk with leg braces, and I'm still going to, walk a little funny. And that's just me. People have asked me if I walk straighter when I drink, and I just think that's hilarious because it's like, no, that's not how it works. But I think and that just kind of goes with the misconceptions of disability. And someone actually asked me before, quite a few years ago, but someone's actually asked me, like, is cerebral palsy contagious? And that's why I like when people actually ask me these things, because I can be like, no, like, it's actually brain damage to the part of the brain that controls motor function. But not then they were kind of shocked when I said that, because that's what they assumed, that my disability was contagious. So I do like that my disability being so visible allows me to have conversations with people that that they might not ask, because they might not know that I'm disabled if I didn't walk with my arm crutches and I didn't wear my leg braces. And I really just love, helping people, and especially others with disability. I love connecting and helping them find their positives. And I really am just really grateful for my disability, even though, well, I should say, sorry, this is kind of rambling again, because this is kind of off the cuff. I wasn't happy with it growing up. I'm happy with it now, because now it doesn't define me as a person. It used to define me as a person, and that's all I used to think people thought about me. Kyle, cerebral palsy, they were one and the same. But no, I'm Kyle with cerebral palsy, and now I see that I wouldn't be me without it. But I'm going to talk about the struggle and my experience with disability, and getting to this point of self-acceptance and self-love with my disability in a later video. But I just thought to start off with a positive note, because that's what we're ultimately trying to reach, is a positive note. And I really hope to get people involved, and we get this thing moving. Please, if you have any questions in the comments or anything, please feel free to ask them. I love having a conversation and seeing where it goes. I really hope to create a positive community. I don't want to argue. We're just going to try, and if your perspective is different on the cure of disability, that's something I love to talk about, because I think we just need, everyone has their own opinions, and we need to respect that and learn from them, and see what the world can make of it. But I hope to be posting around every Tuesday. This is kind of a spur of the moment, because it was just kind of popped in my head. But I hope to post every Tuesday. But we'll see how it goes. Please bear with me as we get this thing moving. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.